Hi guys, Adam here as per usual. How's it all going? Let me start by wishing you a happy Christmas. It is pelting down with some kind of snow, hailstone, blizzardy type thing going on. We normally don't get it too bad because we're so close to the sea, but after all we are in the north of England. A bit of a snowstorm this weekend. So what better way to celebrate this Christmassy feeling mood than talking about some super genty pickups. Elysian Pickups, that's why we're here. So this isn't going to be a really super mega serious, mega technical review. Channel that I really love to watch called Arnold Plays Guitar. Arnold does a really awesome kind of review of these pickups. And it's a bit more technical, a bit more nerdy, some computer analysis and stuff, which is really, really cool. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm just going to talk about why I really love these pickups. So the story goes, I was looking for some pickups for the Strandberg. The pickups that were in there, that came in stock, they were alright. They saw me through for about 12-18 months, and then I started to notice something just kind of lacking. I was looking around for a good while. You guys gave me some great tips and I did check out some of those, thank you. My friend Dave from The Fine Constant, awesome band, if you haven't heard them, check them out. Dave and Sarah Longfield are in that band, who are all Strandberg players. Dave said, oh, he is the details for Adam at Elysian Pickups, check them out. I got in touch with Adam, super nice guy. He's called Adam, why wouldn't he be trustworthy? Really nice dude. And we were talking about kind of different pickup designs and the kind of things that he does. I told him what I wanted and he went, nah Adam, that's not really what you want, this is what you want. So I've always been a fan of Alnico 2 pickups. I really like the extra mid-range and the kind of lower bass response. There's not much bass response in Alnico 2 magnets for me. That's what I've found kind of in my guitars. And I really like the kind of low vintage output. So you can really hear, and this is a total bollocks term, but you can really hear the air between the pickup and the string. That's the only way I can describe it. Of course, that's not what's happening. There's some electromechanical, magnetic, sciencey speak that will describe it, but for me I describe it as the sound of the air between the pickup and the string. If the pickup's really hot, the magnets are really hot, I find that air sounds kind of compressed, and if it's a really, you know, if it's a colder magnet or vintage output like an Alnico 2, I find that it's a bit more, there's a bit more of that bloom, a bit more of a kind of open sound from the pickup. Again, these are all super subjective, super inappropriate words that don't really describe what's going on, but that's the way that I find it easiest to describe, and that's what I hear. So I spoke to Adam about doing some Alnico 2s and the kind of sound I was looking for and the kind of music I'm writing, and he said to me, nah, that's not what you want. Trust me, I'm working on this design called the Obsidian pickup, where I'm using 3D printed bobbins, which is the first thing. That's really cool. And then we're using a ceramic kind of base plate, I think like a ceramic magnet on the bottom with Alnico 5 pole pieces. It sounds like the opposite of what I want, but as I got chatting to him, you know, he gave me some really helpful details that made me decide, okay, I'll give it a go. One of the other really cool things about Elysian Pickups, which is now patented, and I don't think anyone else is doing anything similar, something that he calls the tuned aperture pickup or tap technology, tap design, something like that. Basically what he says is usually when you're winding the copper winds around the magnets, around the pole pieces, not much attention is really given to the kind of the space in between that wind and the magnetic pole piece. So what he's saying is he's fine-tuned this air gap, he calls it the air gap, he's fine-tuned this air gap so that he can basically tailor the EQ of the pickups to kind of what the client wants. So I asked for tons of mid-range, the more mid-range the better, and really fast low-end tracking, which is normally achieved by actually not having that much low-end in the pickup, in the signal to start with. But cutting a long story short, you can design them to look like whatever you want. You can have these really sexy kind of wood covers on them and all kinds of different things. I went with classy kind of cream. I think this looks awesome with kind of the colour of the maple, which is actually now 18 months on, just starting to age a little bit. It's just starting to darken under the kind of horrible acid sweat of this northern man. Cutting a long story short, the pickups arrived, I put them in. I found when I first installed them, I had the pickups quite close to the strings, and I found that was super hot. It was really tight, it was really chunky and nice and meaty, but I found that there was just a bit too much low end, and again that kind of compressed air sound that I can hear, the only way I find to describe it. It was just too much, it was just too rich, there was too much of everything, it was just really in your face, and I thought, have I done the right thing here? Then what I did was I just screwed the pickups further in than I maybe usually would. They're maybe a couple of mil, half a centimetre further into the body than I usually would. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that. Maybe I'll try and get a close-up. But they're quite low into the guitar body, and I kind of messed about with this for a few hours and fine-tuned it until it sat just right, and this was the results. So of course I don't have these clips played with the other pickups, so you're going to basically have to take my word for it. Either trust us or don't trust us. Check them out for yourself. Rather than try to really demo the pickups, is just tell I've told you what I like about them. Now let's just hear some sounds. I know what we're all waiting for. Can they gent? A more appropriate question would be, can I gent? Probably not. So yeah, really tight, really clear, even under what is quite a reasonable amount of gain. I do tend to use a slightly lower gain rhythm sound than most, but yeah, it's still super clear, super tight, and it just responds the right way under your hand, you know. These pickups in my guitar is I actually just backed the mids down ever so slightly, so there's a lot of mid-range there. Really enjoyed it. A really modern sounding pickup, but screwed deeper into the body. And what you get is a lot of that air, a lot of dynamic range, a lot of you know, a lot of clarity, not a whole load of low end, and just a really nice, perfectly balanced pickup, or perfectly balanced for my needs anyway. And I'm sure probably for your needs as well. So check them out, guys. It seems it's Christmas. Let's do something a little Christmassy. guys, check them out. Elysian Pickups, or Elysian Pickups, Elysian. Check them out. I'll put them in the description below. If you speak to Adam and order some pickups, tell him that I sent you. Till next time, guys, have a really great Christmas, and I'll see you all soon.